Om Ajnanatimidandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Dhena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah.
Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna. The fact that you're all here puts you on the stalwart list. Really, it's the foundation of good spiritual life is starting early in the morning and doing good japa. So good for you, and great to see you all. I've really been missing all of you, and I'm really happy to be back. Hare Krishna. And while we were in Govardhan, we had a japa circle, and I found some quotes that I had read before here at ISV, but I found out these 4 quotes I took from Prabhupada's books about japa never get old, and they're so instructive. And so I wanted to read them at intervals, and I'll just start with one to get us started this morning. This was from a letter that Prabhupada wrote in 1968. He said the yoga system is approved, but nobody can follow the rules and regulations strictly. Neither there is suitable place for executing it. And everyone is always full of anxiety. So how can they concentrate? So, best thing is to chant Hare Krishna, which is forced meditation. And that kind of gives an idea of this japa, although one may do silent meditation and the mind may sail off this way or that, by keeping the mantra going and continually depending on the power of the mantra and bringing the mind back, Prabhupada calls it forced meditation. And if you consider that while you're chanting, that take advantage of the force of the mantra. And also another connotation is force yourself to think of the mantra. And you'll see from the other quotes that come up here, which are really helpful, that this will be the perfection of one's meditation. Hare Krishna. Can we lower the lights just a little more? Or, oh, we need them because somebody's dressing. The ambiance helps. Gaur Premanande Haribo.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna. Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Ram, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram. Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram. Sit properly. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, 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 Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna. You ready for the second one? This is from a letter from June 16th, 1969, and I've entitled it Determination and Effort, because that's what you're all doing now. So it takes determination to chant japa every day. What to speak of effort? Prabhupada writes, regarding your last question about the ecstatic symptoms of chanting Hare Krishna, you should know that the Hare Krishna mantra has an equal effect upon all devotees. Just like the sunshine has an equal effect on everyone, but when it is covered, the sunshine has a different effect. Similarly, the influence of the Hare Krishna mantra becomes manifest when one is no longer covered by the 10 offenses to chanting. The more we become free from the 10 offenses, the more the effect of chanting becomes manifested through us. Everyone can become a great devotee, being freed from the offenses 100%, simply by one's determination and effort. Hare Krishna. Gaur Premanande Haribol.
Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Hare Krishna, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram. Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Ram, 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 Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Ram, 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 Ram. Krishna, Krishna, Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna, Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, 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 Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Ram, 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 Ram. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Ram, 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 Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Ram, 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 Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram, Ram, Ram. Krishna, 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 Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Ram 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Ram Ram Krishna 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Ram Ram Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Ram Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Ram Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Ram Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Krishna Hare Ram Oh, Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Ram Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Sit properly.
Hare Krishna. Are these helping at all? Hearing these? Okay. Here's the third one. 1970. When we chant, we must concentrate our mind on the sound vibration, and in that way everything will be revealed, one after another. The form, the qualities, pastimes, etc. of the Lord. And this is the way of cultivating spiritual realization. Want to hear it again?
Yes.
When we chant, we must concentrate our mind on the sound vibration, and in that way everything will be revealed one after another. The form, the qualities, pastimes, etc. of the Lord. And this is the way of cultivating spiritual realization. What is the way of cultivating spiritual realization, Avantika? Yeah, when you chant, concentrate your mind on the sound vibration. In that way, everything will be revealed. Just recently, a couple of devotees have started online Japa circles, and they're working really well. Some devotees live in remote areas, and oftentimes when you're joined in with other people around the world for Japa sessions, even just knowing that they're there and they know you're there, then it encourages everybody to keep chanting and put in at least the time with determination and effort every day in that circle. Raghunath Das Goswami said in one of his prayers in the Manik Shiksha that the senses and the mind are like highway robbers, the kind that used to hold people up. Every once in a while they still do in Vrindavan on that old Govardhan road, right, going to Radhakund. It was kind of dangerous at night. I know devotees that got held up there. They'd put a log across the road, and then you'd have to stop your car, and then they'd come out with guns and take everything. So he said that the senses and the mind are like that. They're like highway robbers. And so then, if you read Krishna book, you see that Krishna comes always and saves the day. He rescues the devotees in Vrindavan from these really powerful demons. And so he can also rescue us from our highway robber senses. So it's really important in the Japa session to take shelter of the holy name, even as the senses are harassing us like highway robbers, like stop right here, here's a log across the road, you can't go any further. You have to call out for Krishna, keep chanting, and Krishna will prevail. The power is in the name, and we just keep taking shelter. That's the mood of Vrindavan, always just take shelter of Krishna's power, and he'll save us. Everyone agrees, please say Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Go Premanande Haribol.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna. Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Ram, Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Krishna, Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram. Krishna Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram
Hare Krishna. Are you ready for the last one? Okay. This one is Srila Prabhupada's letter to Mohanananda, February 27, 1972. The best remedy is to sit down very tightly and chant Hare Krishna very loudly and hear for a long time until he feels himself one-minded and fixed on Krishna's lotus feet. You want to hear it again?
Yes.
The best remedy is to sit down very tightly and chant Hare Krishna very loudly and hear for a long time until he feels himself one-minded and fixed on Krishna's lotus feet. Just see if there's any reflections from any of the instructions that Prabhupada gave. Do you have a second mic? Okay. Who raised their hand? Okay, go ahead.
I really like the part where he said in the beginning that it is forced meditation, because then I could set my mindset that, okay, there will be some forcing to be done. And then when you subsequently talked about the other points, it kind of just all tied together, because you told us about the benefit that if we sit and hear the names of the Lord, then His form, His qualities, and His activities will be revealed. So that gives you enough incentive that I'm going to do some. It gives you the determination that I will chant, and then once you determine, you put in effort or force. And then, of course, then the last one kind of, summed it all up, that is a remedy, because the mind will keep on going here and there, and then you have to just sit tight and do it like that. So.
Yes, thank you very much. Right behind you, Shamalangi.
I like in Prabhupada's course, the analogy is like Krishna's name is like sunshine, you said, it has equal effect on everyone, but if covered, it can have a different effect as well. And like the senses and the mind compared to, you said, highway robbers, so those analogies I really kept in my mind. Yeah. Every time I was disturbed, I was thinking, this is the robber.
That's right, they sneak up, and he mentions various ways in which the mind steals away our ability to sincerely chant, like thinking in terms of fame, adoration, and distinction. And then there are all the 10 offenses that block our way. And it's helpful to know what to work on and how to do it. Yes?
As I was thinking, when people say, are you out of your senses, are you out of your mind? Then I should say, I'm being robbed on the highway. There's a robbery going on. I need to take the shelter of Krishna.
Yeah, your mind, we're working on it.
This is time to take shelter. I think that's especially the senses, I always think, okay, it is out of mind, but the mind is also being, can be robbed at any time. So in the Vrindavan mood, as you mentioned, I think it's time to always keep on reminding whenever you're out of sync, take shelter.
Yes, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, the mind can be the best friend or the worst enemy. And you consider nowadays, people, like some countries, they might be like an enemy. And then they just sit there all the time and they think of ways of attacking. They send bots on the internet and all kind of computer viruses to mess you up because they just want to see you fail. And when the mind's like that, then it becomes a competitor. But if the mind can become the friend, Krishna says, then it can be the greatest asset for us. And the way that it's tamed is through taking the time, the determination and effort to hear the Mahamantra. There really is no other way. A couple more? Reflections from either the chanting or your...
I really like the part where you said about how when we share Prabhupada said how if we can chant, then slowly everything will be revealed to us. And I was thinking even in the Bhagavad Gita, I think the 10th chapter, in the 10th verse, in the translation, Krishna says that if we can lovingly serve Him, then He will give us the understanding to come to Him. And I was thinking how chanting is the foundation to loving and serving Him, because it's the first basic thing we can all do. So I really like that.
It was like an essay. It was really well thought out. Thank you very much. Any last thoughts? Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. I like the point where Prabhupada said that anybody can overcome all the 10 offenses with determination and effort, because often the mind thinks that's impossible. You just keep trying and it keeps obstacles, saying that it won't be achievable, but Prabhupada actually gives that confirmation. If you hear it, the sound vibration, you can overcome that.
Yeah. It's nice to look at the list carefully. Oftentimes when I notice around ISKCON these days, when devotees recite the 10 offenses, you just kind of rush through it. But if I was to sit down and actually analyze the list and see where there's room for improvement, where are the obstacles, just like in business management, you list all the obstacles and say, how do we get around these? if you're really attentive to what the 10 offenses are and figure out how to overcome them, how to improve in certain areas, this is what Prabhupada called the clearing stage. If you're actually trying to overcome the offenses very consciously, then your chanting improves, definitely, and it can be done. Yeah. We have a few more minutes left for chanting, and Malini has something.
I like the point about what Prabhupada said, that one must concentrate the mind on the sound vibration of the holy name and everything will be revealed. I was also thinking how difficult it is. In the 6th chapter also, Arjuna is asking the same question to Krishna, that it's very difficult to control my mind. It's harder than controlling wind. And I was just thinking how Prabhupada gave us a formula that use this mantra, the sound, as a hook for you to keep coming back whenever your mind goes away. So it's very helpful.
And what was Krishna's advice in that 6th chapter of the Gita for Arjuna? He said it's possible, right?
Yes.
And then how did he say it's possible? There was two elements, I believe.
It is through detachment and through practice.
Yeah. So practice and constant practice and detachment. So that's, as we said in the very beginning, that's the essence of our spiritual practice, is repeating the mantra and practicing sitting down tight and waiting until one becomes one-minded and able to actually focus on Krishna's lotus feet. And what a great gift that is, to be able to have that even for 1 second. That's such a edifying and empowering experience that it carries one forward. And without that, it's easy to be swept away by the river of time. It's a realization I had in Govardhan that there's these two flows, and we can be in either of them. One of them is the flow of time. You can put that in a bucket somewhere. There's the flow, like the current of time, like a flowing river. Is that from India? There's the flow of time, and in the flow of time, my mind's always thinking, when's this going to be over? And then in the flow of spiritual absorption, the mind feels satisfied and is thinking, I hope this is never over. And it's important to be able to see which flow I'm in. As when I'm in the flow of spiritual absorption, then most of the purification takes place. But when my mind's struggling and thinking, like, how much longer do I have to do this? I keep looking up and, is it time yet for prashadam? then the absorption isn't so deep. And we talked about it before I left, about how the advancement really takes place in the state of absorption. Hare Krishna. Happy Japa Ki Jai. So there's a few more minutes before greeting the deities, so maybe we can put the asanas away and be ready to greet the deities in 4 minutes, correct? Make Japa great again, Ki Jai. Vancha Kalpatarusha Kripasnabheva Japa Titanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Nanta Koti Vaishnavini Ki Jai.
Nachari Armarman, Nachari Armarman, Nachari Armarman, Nachari Armarman, hey, Nachari Armarman, Nachari Armarman, Nachari Armarman, Nachari Armarman.